Welcome to our channel. In this session, we will discuss how to create a thread and execute a thread. Generally, there are two ways for creating the thread. One is by extending thread class. Second one is by implementing runnable interface. So these are the two ways of creating a thread, either by extending thread class or implementing runnable interface. Now in this session, we will discuss creation of a thread by extending thread class. What is the procedure and how do we create a thread? So the procedure is very simple. Simply, first create a user-defined class. Create one user-defined class and that class need to extend the class thread. Okay, first to create a class, that class has to extend the thread class. Now within this user defined class, you need to override the run method. So one method run is available in the thread class with some definition. Anyway, here you are extending in the sense the run is available to this user defined. In this user defined class, you need to override the run method. Why? So the purpose of run method is simply to perform the actions for a thread. For any thread, the actions are written inside the run method. Simply write down any logic, but that logic must be in the run method. After that, create an object for the class. Create an object for the class, and by using that object, call the start method. Start is also a method available in thread class. So what it happens? It starts the execution of a thread. JVM internally calls the run method on the thread. Generally, normal procedure, we are creating a class with some method. After that, create an object and call the method, execution over. But here, the method is a run method, but by using object, you are calling the start method. Here what happened? The JVM calls the run method. The JVM calls the run method. Now I will show you one simple example of how to create a thread by using this procedure. File, new, take one project, Java. So my project name is multi-threading 1. Suppose I given the name as multi-threading 1. No. Within this project, create one package, new pack 1. Within this one, create one class. So assume the class name is sample 1. Assume the class name is sample 1. Here, what I am doing, what is the first step? Create a user-defined class. That class extends the thread. Sample1 extends thread. Now, within this class, you need to override the run method. You need to override the run method, public void run of. Anyway, in the latter session, I explained with the big programs. Now, for simplicity, understand the logic. Here, within the run method, you can write down any logic. System.out.println sample program. I am just to printing one message sample program. Now understand, a thread is created. When the thread is executed, whenever you call the start method, then only the thread is executed. Then only the thread is executed. Suppose create another package, new package pack2, or else you can write down in the same package, that is your wish. Now in that package, create a class demo thread1 with the main method, finish. Obviously, what is the first step? Import pack1 dot start. Okay. Now that means that sample class is available here. Sample class is available here. What is the procedure? You are creating an object. Yes or no? Sample some OB is equal to new sample of an object is created. This is the step. See this one? After creating an object, call the start method. After creating an object, call the start method. Here my class name is sample1. OB dot start off. Whenever you are calling the start method, thread is executed. Now you understand? This is the way to create the thread. After creating the thread, create an object and then call the start method. Now run this one. So see this one, a sample program is displayed like this. Now within this one, you can write any logic, not only this one. You can write any logic. For example, for int I is equal to 1, I less than or equal to 5, I plus plus. I plus plus. Here, just I am printing the value of I. System dot out dot println. Here I am printing the value of I. Okay. So like this, you can write. If you want, see this one. If you want, you can write execute. See 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is printed. Now in the thread class, along with run, start, multiple methods are there. Among them, one more method is sleep. Sleep of milliseconds. Now, what is the purpose of this sleep? This sleep method means wait for that particular amount of time. Simply temporary blocking of that statement. Suppose here observe, in the previous case, at a time 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 values are displayed. Now instead of this, what I am doing? Try block thread dot sleep of some 2000. That means it needs to wait for 2 seconds. Catch exception, in case if any exception is there at the time of system dot out dot println e. Save and run this program. Observe 1. Wait for 2 seconds. 2 is printed. Wait for 2 seconds. Wait for 2 seconds. Like this, you are creating the thread. But whatever the logic is written inside this one. In a program, how many threads you can create? Remember, you can create any number of threads. For example, under pack1, I will create one more class. Assume the class name is sample2. Assume the class name is sample2. Within this class, I am doing the same procedure. See, here, extends thread. Extends thread. So instead of 1, I am printing from 11 to 15, just for understanding which thread is executed. Save, save. Now go to here. What is the sample 2? OB2 is equal to new sample 2 of, create an object for sample 2, and you need to start that thread also. You need to start that thread also. Here, public class. This is the try block, catch block for, okay. One second. Public class sample to exchange thread. Open the bracket. Okay. This is missed. Method name is missed at the time of copying. Now fine. Now go to here. Observe in multi-threading. Now, right now, I have 2 threads. Remember, it is not possible to predict the output of multi-threading. Why? Multiple threads executed simultaneously. Now, 11, 1, 12, 2. First, actually, I started thread 1. Observe, I started thread 1. Anyway, thread 2 begins. Suppose, if I execute one more time, see, observe the output. The output is vary. That means if you have multiple threads in your program, the threads order may be changed. Anyway, for avoiding such a problem, we have synchronization concept. We will discuss that one. This is the first way of creating the thread by extending thread class. Okay. In the next session, we will discuss creating the thread by implementing runnable interface. Thank you.